I came in here, Living Memory Association, just recently, and I spotted this, and I thought, now that reminds me of a story. There's a surprise. My Auntie Bessie always had a budgie. Her husband away at sea a lot of the time, she had a lot of time to spend on it, so she trained it to say lots of things like, Billy likes whiskey, Billy likes whiskey. Now, this little one here does turn its head and squeak a little bit, so you have to use your imagination, but I think that's meant to be a tiny little squeak. Anyway, when visitors called and everyone had a drink, Auntie Bessie's favourite tipple was gin and orange. Billy was very tame and would come and sit on her hand. And then after a while, he would perch on the edge of the glass and bend down and drink some. Then he would fly around the room, come back, drink some more. Eventually, he would go into his cage and get onto his perch, but when he was on the perch, he was swaying to and fro, could just about hold on to the perch and no more. So, of course, everybody else is quite concerned and saying, I think you've killed that bird. I think it's going to die. No, she said, it's always like that. It'll be all right, it'll be all right. Poor bird is struggling to keep upright, struggling, hanging on to this perch, but it never did actually fall off. Close, but it never fell off. When it eventually straightened itself up, it immediately came back to Bessie and into her glass and took some more. So we used to say, you've made that bird into an alcoholic. But she thought it was all great fun. She had a great sense of humour, so you probably can gather by that. Anyway, after a while, Bessie had a heart attack and she was advised not to drink alcohol. So again, we've got visitors, everybody's sitting with a glass in their hand, and Bessie is sitting with a glass of orange, which obviously is going to look exactly the same. Billy came along onto her hand and then onto the edge of the glass, perched there and leaned in and took some in his beak. Instead of spitting it straight out, he went like that in all directions, and anybody who was sitting close was sprayed, absolutely sprayed with this. Every time he kept trying it, and he never learned, he kept trying it, and every time you got absolutely showered in this. So he had definitely turned into an alcoholic budgie, I would say. So it was Billy likes whiskey, but I mean, obviously pretty well liked his gin as well. And he was also known to drink my uncle's beer. Unfortunately, somebody was looking after Billy for her, opened his door, and Billy got out, so we have no idea what became of Billy. But we suspect he probably came to a bad end if wild birds caught him. One of my friend's sister had a big collie, like Lassie from the films, and it used to go around looking to see what was on the floor, and if it found someone's beer on the floor, it used to drink that. And then after a while, it would go back and drink some more, and then some more, and then some more. And all that ever happened with it was it sneezed a lot. So I have no idea what it was doing to it. Now, I don't suppose it's a good idea to feed your animals alcohol, so I'm not going to recommend it to anyone. But does anyone have any other stories about a pet that indulged in alcohol? Because it would be good fun to find out.